Hello and welcome to Temple of Akasha, the home of embodied spirituality with me, Natasha. So I'm filming this on January 1st, 2023, New Year's Day. And although we do use the new year as a kind of arbitrary marker, as opportunities to make change and to perhaps orientate ourselves towards new goals, this is a timeless message to really speak to anyone that is looking to finally implement or actualize conscious change in their lives, and that can be with regards to anything. For this message, I want to just speak to anyone that wants to take that first step, regardless of how big or small it is. So maybe you want to really begin birthing a new creation into the world. Maybe you really want to begin the journey of transitioning your life from one, job or role into another role that feels more inspiring. Maybe like me, you've decided to choose yourself, choose to truly live from a place of self-love, where to the degree that you no longer choose gratification, sweet stuff like me, foods that feel satiating, laziness, and just procrastination over actualizing your potential. So today is the first day of me eating a particular diet. I've gone on a keto diet for reasons that I will share in a later video. And I've set myself some commitments that I'm going to adhere to for at least the next month. And although I'm not someone that typically makes New Year's resolutions, it just happened to work out that my body was demanding this change of me now. And I feel particularly inspired in this Capricorn energy of January to really begin to anchor and root in this change in a very consistent way. And the reason I want to just speak to conscious change and really just offer you a space to really sink into the knowing that you're ready to make change is because we are here with so much unactualized potential, so many of us. We are moving through our lives with so much unintegrated or unused potential that we perhaps are aware of or we have some inkling about, and we are in some way motivated to actualize that potential, right? Because we're on a journey of self-growth and self-learning. And yet we can be bound by old ways of being. We can be bound by old habits, old patterns, outdated conditioning, these automated processes that have become so habituated that we don't even think about them. But what I've realized is for the ascension process, for the process of conscious evolution, whatever term you have for it, we actually have to continue to move. We have to continue to stretch beyond our comfortable limits. We have to continue to seek for mastery. We have to continue to seek to become more refined beings, especially those of us on a spiritual path. And I don't mean that from a place of like whip cracking, you're never good enough. I mean that in every moment our soul is speaking to us and giving us subtle directives about how we can truly fulfill our potential and also be of service in the world. And a lot of our human conditioning can stop us from embodying that potential. So if you're someone that is ready to embody your potential today, I just want to hold space for you to say that I'm with you. I am starting the process of radically overhauling my relationship with food, specifically sugar, which has had me in a bind for 30 years. And the roots of that stem back even further. And it's the toll that sugar and my relationship with food has had on my body has been really detrimental. People don't often believe me when I say that because I'm just happen to have a quick metabolism and I'm slim. But in a later video that I'm going to share, my relationship with food has been the biggest hurdle that I've had to overcome on my journey. And it's still something that I am in the process of really transforming my relationship with. But today I've decided that I choose to change, and I choose to change right now. And I choose in each moment to orientate myself towards that change. And the thing with all of this change is that in order for us to actually obtain the results we might be seeking, whether that's at a purely kind of physical level, emotional, mental, or spiritual, we actually have to do the thing that most of us are really not very good at, which is being consistent with our action. It's consistent action that doesn't have to be big or dramatic, but it just has to be consistent, that actually renders results. And that historically for me has been the thing that I've really struggled with, consistency. That's, I think, something that I see a lot in a lot of feminine people who have got a lot of feminine energy. We tend to be less good at grounding in routine, structure, consistency. That's a masculine quality, a masculine consciousness quality. But actually what I'm realizing in this dance between these polarities of the masculine and feminine, which is happening within us, is that the masculine is the container. If we do not have some degree of containment in our energy, the feminine flows like water in a floodplain. She's uncontained, and that energy is leaked and wasted. So we actually need to cultivate this masculine container, this ability to be structured, to be consistent, in order for us to really actualize our creative potential, which is then brought through by the feminine pole. And so if you have decided that you need to make change, let this be your divine sign that it's time. Let this be your reminder that the change does not have to be big or fancy or dramatic. That, oh my God. Sorry for that interruption, which scared the shit out of me. I was just saying that change doesn't have to be big or dramatic, and then someone made a really big and dramatic entrance in with a bow and arrow into the living room. So sometimes it can be, and sometimes it can just be a really small thing that you do, because those small steps add up. You know, I'm really, the quote, you know, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I'm pretty sure that's Lao Tzu. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to call this video, actually. It really is about that small but intentional first step towards change, and actually grounding it in action, as opposed to just, you know, ideas and concepts. Really taking the embodied steps towards that change, doing that with consistency, regardless of how small, is what's going to render results. And so I'm sharing this video today partly as an accountability video for myself, because if I actually share with the world that I'm doing this, essentially just this month of really tending to my physical body in a way that I've never done before, it's going to, as I say, hold me more accountable. So if you're looking for an accountability buddy, hi, and maybe you can check in with this video to remind yourself if you're looking to make change and you also want to be held accountable too. But I really just wanted to share the fact that the life that we want to live, the potential that we want to actualize, doesn't happen in any other time other than the now. It's like all of the action that we take in each moment, all of the decisions we make on a moment-to-moment basis, that is what creates our life. That is what creates the reality we're experiencing. So I also just want to remind you to be really vigilant if you're looking to make conscious change about all aspects of your consciousness and how you're choosing to interact with, show up for, or in, how you're choosing to move through your reality. And be aware of the thoughts you're thinking, because each thought carries a vibrational frequency. Each emotion that you identify with, I'm not saying that you don't feel emotions, but each one that you believe is true, right? That carries a vibrational frequency. The words you speak, language, you know, there's a reason why they call it spelling. Words are spells. Words weave your reality into being. Words carry vibrational frequencies. Your energetic intention carries a frequency. We are living in a vibrational reality first, and so being really intentional about how you are choosing to show up in your reality, with all aspects of your consciousness. Doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but it means being vigilant, being present, and recognizing that if you do, you know, think thoughts, choose to, you know, identify with feelings that don't serve you, if you do take action that may not be aligned with your goal, not punishing yourself for that, but just getting yourself back on track and remembering the bigger picture. And I want to share the oracle card that I pulled this morning, which was actually for me, but I realize, having now got the download that I need to do this video, that this was actually supposed to be shared with you guys as well. It's from the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. The card that I pulled felt very, very relevant. I don't know if you can see the image, but it's baby steps, and it's a woman that's making her way slowly towards a portal, a doorway, and ultimately a new way. And there are steps leading up to this portal, and the little subheading is action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. And in the guidebook, the message was to just observe how you can take subtle action or small action right now in this present moment that's going to serve your goal, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be a big goal, and it doesn't need to be big action, but we have to change something if we want change, right? So it's just really reflecting on what is the goal, what is the desired outcome, what can you do, what small consistent steps can you take to actualize that outcome, to take it from a potential and birth it into reality. So a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It starts here. It starts right now. It starts in each new moment, because each now moment is a new moment. So remember that if you find yourself maybe veering off track a little bit, don't get sucked into that mentality of, oh, well, I've ruined it. I'm just going to go and like blow out and, completely abandon my goals and resolutions. I'm filming this in Capricorn season in January, and Capricorn is the goat. Like, the goat knows how to scale a mountain. It may not get there super quickly, but it finds its way. It finds small steps that consistently lead it towards the top of the mountain. And we're asked to or invited to be goats in January, right? That's the kind of collective energy of Capricorn. Can we anchor in consistency? Can we anchor in taking grounded action towards our goals? And this is a great opportunity at the start of the new year to use an arbitrary date as a marker, as a mirror that you get to choose to change any moment you want to. This is just a particularly collectively celebrated time for change. So I'm sending you so much love, sending you so much peace and empowerment on your journey, whatever it is that you're beginning, birthing, creating, ending even. And I will look forward to connecting with you again really, really soon. Take good care, guys.